Welcome everyone to CWE Adrenaline. My name Dave Petro. I'll be joined at ringside by the hustler Andrew Patterson, and we've got a tremendous program for you tonight. In action in this very ring, hotshot Danny Duggan. Also a CWE 123 approved.ca hardcore championship match. The champ, the misfit Mike Mission, will take on KB6. And one half of the CWE Tag Team Champions, AJ Sanchez, goes one-on-one with Adrian Burton. Dr. Marty Goldstein is standing by with the tag champs right now.
Thanks, Dynamite Dave Petro. I'm joined by the tag team champions here in CWE, the Boston Bruiser Kevin O'Doyle to my right, more to the point, Canadian Crusher AJ Sanchez to my left. You have Adrian Big Balls Burton in the main event, seeking revenge for the injury the beating you put on Dick Blood, his tag partner, putting him out of action.
These two men have hung on long enough. We did what we had to do, and now Dick Blood is turtling in his home, no longer to be seen on CWE TV. So we're gonna do, I'm literally gonna lay the game plan down for you. I'm gonna do the same thing tonight to his tag team partner so that they are no more. Adrian Burton, don't talk a big game because I'm gonna shut that little mouth of yours and break your ribs as well. Do the thing, O'Doyle.
O'Doyle rules. Sanchez and Burton main event tonight on CWE Adrenaline. More action right after this.
The CWE
Dynamite Dave Petro, Andrew Hustler Patterson at ringside. CWE Adrenaline on the air, and there is your champion, the CWE Heavyweight Champion Hotshot Danny Duggan, and he's going to participate once again, Hustler, in an exhibition match.
Dave, are we not getting tired of these sham matches perpetrated by CWE Champion Danny Duggan? I know I am, but give it to James Roth. He had the stones to get into the ring against Danny Duggan tonight.
He definitely could make a name for himself tonight, and Danny Duggan has promised if someone was to defeat him in one of these exhibition matches, they would get a shot at our next big spectacular on August the 28th. And here we go. This, I don't anticipate this being a very long matchup, and he puts the belt down and says to the kid, this could be yours.
What a benevolent champion. Well, at least he didn't go back at it with Wildman Firpo again. I think we've had enough with that. Maybe we could see the upset of all times with James Roth going in against Duggan.
I guess he must have lost Caveman Broda's phone number. Anyway, exhibition contest, the referee, the third... Wait a minute.
Hang on 1 second. Danny Duggan, we all know what you're doing. Mr. Roth, you're very credible.
That's Bobby Sharp.
What?
You have a lot of potential. I know it, everybody knows it. Yeah. He picked you out of training school. Do you know what he's doing? He's picking people out of training school with 3 weeks, 4 months training. He's picking people off the street because he's a coward.
The Lion Warrior just called Hotshot Danny Duggan a coward.
He's blowing up his entire spot, Dave. James Ross wondering what the heck's going on. He was just ready for a match.
With all due respect, I go for hip surgery in a few weeks. However, I have never been the CWE champion. I would like my opportunity at the CWE championship. So with all due respect, I would like this chance against Danny Duggan right now to prove that in August at Cruel Summer, I can beat him to become the CWE champion.
Bobby Sharp has issued the challenge, and we may have a match. James Roth is contemplating this, and I believe he might. I think he's talking to Dr. Marty right now. Hustler, this could be huge.
Is James Roth going to step aside and allow Bobby Sharp the opportunity to go up against Danny Duggan? That's certainly not what Danny was planning for when he stepped into the ring tonight.
He just said, get the ring! It's on! The Lion Warrior, Bobby Sharp, the 17-year veteran out of Alberta, trained by, of course, by massive damage. He's going to go one-on-one with the champ. Here we go!
The ring bell, Danny Duggan right out of the ring. He's got to be wondering how this just transpired. All that great planning just blew up in his face, Dave.
Oh, it couldn't happen to a better guy. Here we go. Bobby Sharp. Championships galore all over the Canada, United States, Mexico. One-on-one locking up with hotshot Danny Duggan. Side headlock into the takeover.
Oh, and Sharp just said he's got an upcoming surgery. Could be his last opportunity. Who knows how he is after that? One shot for glory and a shot at the CWE Championship.
This is tremendous. Side headlock applying the pressure. Oh, look at this! It takes it over. Hotshot Danny Duggan thought he'd get out. Headlock takeover. Bobby Sharp still in control. Still to come, Hustler. One of your favorites, the Misfit, Mike Mission. He's got a 1-2-3 approved hardcore championship match against KB6 tonight.
The foreign objects will be flying, I'm sure, tonight. A little more technical right now with what the 17-year veteran is doing to CWE Champion Danny Duggan.
Look at this, up and up, remains in control. The Lion Warrior, Bobby Sharp. I want to tell everybody about our main event tonight as well. The Canadian Crusher, AJ Sanchez, going one-on-one with Adrian Big Balls Burton. Listen, Burton is miffed because of what the Crusher and the Bruiser, Kevin O'Doyle, did to their partner, Dick Blood, a few weeks back, right here on CWE Adrenaline. We haven't seen Dick Blood in weeks.
That was a sadistic attack a couple of weeks ago, and there will be some scores settled between each respective member of those contending tag teams.
Hotshot Danny Duggan just used the hair to get out of this, misses with the big elbow, and here comes Bobby Sharp! Back into the headlock takeover, back in control. Oh, what a tremendous turn of events. This match, we would have thought would have been over. In fact, I think I might have went to the bathroom or something during it because Roth wouldn't have put up this kind of a fight like Bobby Sharp is doing right now.
Ross probably at ringside taking notes from a 17-year veteran doing what he's doing to hotshot Danny Duggan. The winners in all of this, the CWE universe getting able to see a match of this high quality.
We saw Bobby Sharp in the Elite 8 tournament, now back in action, and here he goes. Oh, Danny Duggan, the semblance of mind to move out of the way. Ouch. Nobody home.
Ouch, ouch. Not as he planned it.
Count of 2 on Bobby Sharp. Hotshot Danny Duggan, the CWE heavyweight champion, been the champ since December, taking the title from Mentolo in very controversial fashion. And now, going to... Oh, that's just despicable.
No, it really is. Sharp's been in this match right from the get-go, showing some incredible versatility and technical acumen, Dave. But now, it's the champion with the upper hand.
Didn't even hook the leg. That's how cocky hotshot Danny Duggan is. You're not going to pin a guy like Bobby Sharp without hooking the leg and putting a little bit more effort into it. We've got some of our CWE trainees and some of our production staff. They're all behind Bobby Sharp because they've all been mistreated by Duggan in the last few weeks, that's for sure.
Yeah, not a lot of friends right now backing the champion Danny Duggan. He's done a lot of people wrong, done a lot of people dirty. He's trying to take the easy way out, but it has blown up in his face today with this challenge.
Suplex, we're talking about one more, up and over, and he hangs on. Could we see the three-peat, a la Chris Benoit? Duggan hangs on to the rope. No! But Sharp grabs him. Oh man, doesn't look good for hotshot Danny Duggan. Sharp hooks the leg. 1, 2, and hotshot Danny Duggan.
This is tough. When Danny Duggan came out to the ring, he had no idea he was going to be challenged like this tonight. And now Bobby Sharp is on the verge of shocking the CWE world.
And he's had soft matches these last few weeks, and Sharp up to the top and connects with a headbutt. Oh, both men with a little damage there, but Bobby Sharp with the semblance of mind. Cover 1, 2, and Duggan manages to get his leg over the bottom rope, Hustler.
Yeah, Bobby Sharp, a veteran, should know you need to roll the guy the way. Far too easy to give Danny Duggan that sort of an out after taking that punishment.
Danny Duggan on the outside on the ring apron. Oh, and just slingshots. Bobby Sharp throat right to the rope.
Now the windpipe's feeling it after that move, Dave.
And you think, it's got some tremendous heat in our auditorium right now, and then to cut off look at this.
He's going for the chair!
This isn't a hardcore match. Referee, stop this nonsense.
That's for Mike Mission later on. This is supposed to be a regular match contending for the CWE Champion. Oh no!
Stops him right in his tracks. And Bobby Sharp now positioning that chair. I thought we might have seen a DDT on top of it. He doesn't know what to do. I know what to do if I was Bobby Sharp.
He's considering it. He's contemplating his options right now, Dave.
Oh my goodness! That is a disqualification any way you cut it. Hot shot, Danny Duggan with a low kick, if you will, to the privates of Bobby Sharp, and of course disqualified. Goes after the referee with a chair. That's just despicable. Oh, going after that injured hip!
This is despicable, Dave. You know, Danny Duggan once and again taking the easy way out, getting himself disqualified, and now taking advantage of a foreign object to further victimize his opponent.
We need some help out here. Sharp's got that bad hip. He just tosses that chair aside. Maybe he heard me yelling. I'm not going in the ring with a guy with a chair. Anyway, hot shot Danny Duggan. More CWE after this. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations: Portage Avenue, Kenniston Boulevard, Narran Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's.
Did you know that Adam Pearce once defended the NWA Championship against Danny Duggan in a CWE ring?
The hardcore title going to be featured here on CWE Adrenaline. Yet to come on this episode, I'm joined by the mastermind, Kevin Cannon. A little bit of a history lesson on the pay-per-view. Cannon, you lost the Canadian Unified Junior Heavyweight title to what was Roy Cheeks and is now Josh Cheeks Holiday. He dropped the title in his first defense to Rich King. A little bit of involvement by the mastermind. And that next week here on Adrenaline, it's going to be the Depost champion against the former champion, Holiday and Cannon.
What did Cheeks expect? What did he think was going to happen when he stirred up the Hornet's Nest going up against the Cannon Corporation? That kid could have had the greatest career of his generation. He could have been the biggest star in Canada, in the world, but he threw it all away. And be it next week, next pay-per-view, next live show, next year, I am not done with that little son of a bitch. I am going to...
Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations: Portage Avenue, Kenniston Boulevard, Narran Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's. Dr. Melissa Kenneth at St. Boniface Eye Care, exams, eyewear, and more. Mary Brown's Chicken with 14 Manitoba locations. We've been waiting for this one all evening long. The CWE 123approved.ca Hardcore Championship on the line. KB6 going to take on Misfit Mike Mission. But can you believe what we just saw? Hustler, Kevin Cannon attacked by Josh Cheeks Holiday. Doesn't want to be called just Roy Cheeks anymore. It's Josh Cheeks Holiday.
Yeah, well, Cheeks decided to give Kevin Cannon a little bit of his own style of business, attacking him backstage. You can just see the anger that's built up, and it was pretty shocking to see the leader of the corporation down on the floor as we just saw.
Seldom, and where were the rest of the henchmen? Where were the tag champs? Where was everybody? Oh no, speaking of where was everybody, we're going to be talking about a garbage can full of goodies when you see this man come to the ring each and every time. The Misfit Mike Mission with his trunk of fun, we could call it. The garbage can of mayhem, if you will.
You know what? Full credit to KB6 for getting into the ring with Mike Mission, because he is an absolute maniac, and with the hardcore rules for this championship match, anything goes, and that means it couldn't be more dangerous getting in with a psychopath like Double M.
Misfit Mike Mission, conspicuous by their absence, the rest of the degenerates, Tyler James and Dragneil, but maybe he's gonna go, he's got some words. Little trash talking here. Oh, here we go. This is going to be, look at this. KB6 not backing down from the champ, the Misfit Mike Mission. And I don't know if that's... Oh, this seems to be a common move tonight.
That looks more like the hardcore champion that we know of, the Misfit. Look at all the junk in the garbage can, Dave.
And a plunger. Oh, what's this? A fork! Dinner is served. Good grief.
Starting off. The menu calls for pain here tonight, Dave.
Oh, look at now ripping the face, the eyes of KB6. This is your hardcore champion in a close-up. Like excellent camera work by our CWE crew here. And what now? He's got, is that like a...
That's a cookie sheet.
Oh,
this is
grief.
going to look like it's going to bang him right... Oh, going off the ropes. Oh!
Mom hit me with the wooden spoon when I'd steal a cookie, not a cookie sheet. One, and a kick out at one. Hustler, you look like you're preoccupied. You're looking on your phone right now. You got an email?
Dave, I just have an email. The CWE Executive Committee has just informed me that Kevin Cannon and Josh Cheeks Holiday will be going into the ring next week right here on CWE Adrenaline.
One-on-one on Adrenaline. That's going to be big. I hope Josh Cheeks Holiday takes some of that momentum that we just saw a few moments ago into the ring next week right here on CWE Adrenaline. That's huge news.
It certainly is. Meanwhile, here KB6 getting some more traditional offense in. Might want to pick up some of Mike Mission's items here in the ring, because this is not normally the way you win a hardcore match, but hell of some offense right now in the ring.
We've seen the chairs, we see the cookie sheet, we see the barbed wire, we saw the fork, the garbage can lid. I'm just trying to figure out what the plunger's for. You can't see it right now. There's a plunger there. Now I know I've been in the locker room area with some of these guys on tour, and that plunger is always needed in the car. But
somebody turned out the lights there on Mike Mission for a moment. Oh, the can.
Right in the mush.
Creativity by KB6, utilizing that can from the drop kick.
Great elevation on that drop kick, by the way. Still to come, big main event. Canadian Crusher AJ Sanchez going one-on-one with Adrian Burton. We saw what the tag team champs did to Burton's tag team partner a couple of weeks back, Dick Blood, and Adrian Burton vowing a little revenge tonight.
You can really see the difference. Mike Mission is made for these hardcore matches. KB6 is sort of operating as if it was a normal singles match, kicking the items out of the ring right now, and unfortunately it looks like Mike Mission is going to take advantage of his delay.
We all know KB6 is a bit of a high flyer, if you will, and now he may be ready, set to launch. Oh, good grief! KB6 fighting back, and who's going to get launched? It's the Misfit!
Oh my God, that's 300 pounds off the top rope, Dave. How do you come back from that?
Oh my word. KB6 surprising a lot of people tonight. Coming up, is it a body slam? Oh, look at that! Blast him!
Oh, incredible strength by KB6. I didn't think he had that glove in his
New
bag.
champion on the way? No! Mike Mission able to kick out. The CWE 123 approved.c hardcore championship on the line. The champion, Mike Mission, taking on KB6, the challenger. And this one's been just dynamite from the beginning.
Certainly has been. You know, it hasn't been as maybe hardcore as many hardcore matches has been, but the action has been incredible. And KB6 coming off a couple of huge moves, but he's now back on the receiving end of some punishment from the champ.
Absolutely correct, Hustler. Thanks you once again, everyone, for joining us on CWE Adrenaline. Of course, we're on YouTube as well. If you miss one moment of the action on your television, you can catch it on YouTube as well. And Mike Mission planting KB6.
Absolutely. Subscribe to Winnipeg Sports Talk while you're on YouTube as well.
I was just going to lead into that plug. A fine broadcast, if you will, podcast. I catch it live on YouTube, and then sometimes I'm in the car, I download it. It's 3 o'clock Central, I believe, is when the download's available.
The download's 1 o'clock Central live, and who knows, maybe we'll have some of the stars of CWE coming on, especially leading into that big pay-per-view on the 28th of August, Dave.
It's going to be a spectacular. All the details on our website and our social media pages about that one. KB6, now in a bad position right now, as the Misfit Mike Mission climbs up. Oh, he's going right to the top.
This is incredible. What's he doing? No!
How can a man move like that?
You know, for a hardcore champion, he sure has some incredible technique.
3, and he got him. Still the champion.
You know, I couldn't be more impressed with Mike Mission's performance. He didn't win because of a barbed wire bat. He didn't win because of a can.
Or the plunger.
Or the plunger. Incredible versatility and the agility for a guy that big is frankly stunning.
Misfit Mike Mission. Hardcore champion. The trunk of fun in there. And that looks like, that's Easy Rider. He's got Tyler James' hat on. And look at this. And now the rest of the degenerates piling in. Easy Rider was just going to pummel Mike Mission. There's bad heat between those guys. And he keeps the degenerates at bay. This one is definitely far from over. The heat between Easy Rider and Mike Mission. And what is this? That's a croquet mallet.
Easy Rider's creating heat pretty much with the entire CWE locker room these days. No one is safe when Easy Rider's on the warpath.
Uh-oh, what's this? That's Tyler James's hat.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What do they call it? Is it a batter in croquet? Or cricket? What is it? That's not a cricket bat. Doink! No! He comes after him. Psych! Easy Rider on the warpath. More CWE Adrenaline when we come back. Wow. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Popeye Supplements, 6 Winnipeg locations, Portage Avenue, Kenniston Boulevard, Narran Avenue, St. James, McPhillips, and St. Mary's.
Mary Brown's Chicken with 14 Manitoba locations.
First Row Collectibles, sports and pop culture souvenirs.
Main event action, grudge match, as it were. Sanchez and Adrian Burton coming up here on Adrenaline. But
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Team Red Hot Summer is on fire right now for our first victory.
And next week, you guys have got big tag team opportunity. Benlow and KB6 against Bryce Bentley and Sammy Peppers.
You betcha, Marty. We're not talking about KB1, KB2, 3, 4, or 5. We're talking about KB6. And then on his partner's side, he's got the gold standard of Canadian wrestling with Mentolo. It is an honor for the two of us to be in that ring with those two former elite competitors.
as well as the winner of that Elite 8 tournament, Mentalo.
The boys are red hot, and we can't wait for our opponents next week.
There you have it. Next week you'll be seeing these two guys. Wow, there's something else in action. The main event coming right up here on Adrenaline.
Welcome back to CWE Adrenaline. Dave Petro and Andrew Hustler Patterson from Winnipeg Sports Talk at ringside. And Andrew, there are our CWE Tag Team Champions, but this is a singles match. The Canadian Crusher AJ Sanchez will go one-on-one with Adrian Burton.
AJ Sanchez, Dave, one of the biggest, baddest dudes in the industry, taking no prisoners, and he'll bring the Tag Team Championship belt out to the ring, but this is a singles match on CWE Adrenaline.
Well, we saw this several weeks back. You and I were at ringside when the Crusher, the Crusher, AJ Sanchez, and the Bruiser, Kevin O'Doyle, the Boston Bruiser, put Dick Blood, Adrian Burton's partner, right out of wrestling. We haven't heard from him in the last couple of weeks.
It was an absolutely sadistic attack. The number of splashes certainly caused rib damage, and you can't get in the ring in that state, and that's why we've got a singles match coming up tonight.
And Adrian Burton vows to get a little revenge, but we know that Sanchez and O'Doyle always have something up their sleeve, and they may want to put away Burton like they did Blood and just get them right out of the tag team situation. And you can see Adrian Burton is fired up, Hustler.
Well, Burton's going to need to have eyes in the back of his head because O'Doyle and Sanchez are a great tag team, a championship tag team, and still operate that way. And despite the fact that it's a singles match, he's going to need to have eyes in the back of his head, keeping his eye on both of his opponents tonight.
Astute observations, you're right, because the tag team, the partnership goes deeper than just in the ring together, because these guys travel together on the road, they golf together, they eat at buffets together, they stay in the same hotel rooms, they do everything together.
Well, and they certainly know that they have absolutely no care about breaking a rule or two. They're all about getting the job done and getting the win. And if it means cheating, they'll do it. And that's something that Burton needs to pay attention to. Focus on the opponent in every move right now and try and keep it to a one-on-one match.
Adrian Burton with some forearm shivers, coupled to the jaw of the Canadian Crusher, AJ Sanchez, weighing in tonight at well over 400 pounds. Of course, AJ Sanchez, former Elite 8 winner, former CWE Heavyweight Champion, Tag Team Champion, held belts all over the world. Now, one-on-one with Adrian Burton, and here he, and met with a size 12 boot to the side of the head.
Burton getting in some offense right now, and he needs to be relentless on the Crusher because, as we know, AJ has so much skill and ability despite being a bit of a dastardly personality. And for a guy that big, he does things that fans can't believe what they're seeing, especially when he goes up high.
Absolutely. And now, just a poke in the eye. All those accolades you just gave him, and the simple poke to the eye breaks the rules. Like one of the most blatant rule breaks right in front of the referee as well.
Yeah, it's a cheap move, but look at how it's completely turned this match around, Dave.
I guess so. Now he's biting him!
It's outrageous.
He's bigger than the last time I saw him, and maybe he's hungry because he just bit Adrian Burton to the top of the head.
It took a big chunk out of the forehead of Adrian Burton right now. There's not anything that the Crusher AJ Sanchez won't do to secure a victory in CWE.
Conspicuous by his absence, Kevin Cannon, and I think we know why, as we saw Josh Cheeks Holiday lay a beating on the mastermind several moments ago right here on CWE Adrenaline.
Yeah, did not expect to see that, but Josh Cheeks incredibly perturbed with losing his championship on that first defense because of the interference of Kevin Cannon, and Cannon got what was coming to him, and as we just heard from CWE Executive, they'll be going in the ring next week.
Kevin O'Doyle taking a cheap shot at Adrian Burton, and that's the kind of thing we were talking about before. Dick Blood is out of commission. We haven't seen the likes of him for a couple of weeks. And now basically this could turn into a 2-on-1 matchup. It doesn't need to be. Sanchez has the talent to handle Burton on his own, go one-on-one, mano-a-mano, but no, he has to always cheat.
That's not the way the Cannon Corporation rolls, no. Dave, as you know very well. And the minute Adrian Burton is outside of the ring, he's in danger right now because this essentially is a 2-on-1 when things get outside of the squared circle.
100%. Irish whip hard into the turnbuckles, and here comes. And look at. Comes back with his own and a 360.
I was just sitting there in awe at the agility of the Crusher AJ Sanchez, but maybe he was admiring it too much as well because a hell of a comeback and a clothesline by Adrian Burton.
Burton firing it up right now. Looks like he's loading up his own fist. Oh, what a right hand! This could be it. 1, 2, and Kevin O'Doyle jumps in and causes the disqualification. Adrian Burton had this match won, Hustler.
It was lights out. Look at AJ Sanchez. He is out cold on the ground, had no idea where he was. That was going to be a 3 count until his tag team partner interfered.
And look at this. He's bravely fighting back against Kevin O'Doyle. But the big man now, it's going to be a 2-on-1 as Sanchez now getting back to his face. I don't know if Sanchez knows where he is right now. Look at the look of his face.
He's going to try to, he's wondering what city he's in right now, how he ended up in this ring. But he sees a familiar face in Kevin O'Doyle and he knows he's in good hands. This was inevitable though, Dave. You knew it was going to end up this way when these two rooms were
You're a winner
together.
by disqualification, but I don't know if I'd want to win and now face these two guys. This is crazy. And look at now. The Canadian Crusher, AJ Sanchez, I think he's starting to get his marbles back. I think he knows where he is now. Uh-oh.
Adrian Burton's not feeling much like a winner right now.
Oh, he's out of the way! And look at the impact! O'Doyle left his feet too! Good grief! Pow! 2 big right hands tonight! And look at, where's he going?
Just absolutely knock Kevin O'Doyle out cold after, I mean, that right hand on Adrian Burton might be one of the most devastating rights we've seen in wrestling.
Wait a minute, he's got a chain! Where did he get the chain from? He wraps that chain up. He's looking at his potential victim, the Canadian Crusher. Sanchez turns around. Oh! He leveled him with a punch with the chain.
Revenge served with a side of metal right to the jaw, Dave.
Oh my word! I would imagine that Sanchez probably has a broken jaw after that impact. 2 raw right hands, and the rest of the Cannon Corporation with Kevin Cannon now rescuing or coming to the aid of the Canadian Crusher, AJ Sanchez. Oh my word! Your winner by disqualification and more, Adrian Burton. On behalf of Dr. Marty and Andrew Hustler Patterson, good night from CWE Adrenaline. Wow!